With the clock ticking for the launch of ESO's newly developed stroke educational platform eSTEP, we're delighted to have two of the key persons behind the project today to share with us their knowledge and vision about eSTEP. So welcome to Alastair, Chair of ESO's Education Committee, and Branko, Chair of the eSTEP Editorial Board. So for Alastair, so what does eSTEP stand for?
The eSTEP is our new ESO stroke education platform.
And how did we come up with the eSTEP idea?
So I think there's been plans and ideas or aspirations, I suppose, with ESO and the Education Committee for a long time to have something such as eSTEP to provide an electronic offering to support learning education across Europe. Since before I was the chair of the education system, we used to have an old virtual stroke academy, which is not in use any longer, but it was a good idea to have such a thing. And so the main drivers to do so is because essentially ESO generates a huge amount of educational material every year from the conference, from committees, from various courses, and also all our members produce educational committee day in, day out for their own colleagues. And at the moment, this stuff is not maintained or preserved for everyone to use. And education training in the end of the core of ESO's mission. And finally, there are huge disparities in the opportunities available across Europe. So an ideal opportunity to support training and education stroke for everybody in Europe. That's where it came from.
Excellent. Branko, as we heard, eSTEP is going to be hosted on a learning management system, or LMS. How was LMS selected? Is there any particular feature that's worth highlighting?
Yes, we are actually working for more than a year now on development of the eSTEP. First, we had to design a frame or a concept of our learning platform, which would make it special and different from the other available platforms. So we came to several different solutions. And not all of them provided solutions which we wanted to have. So finally, we came up with two different providers of the LMS systems. We tested them, and then we chose one which we thought was the best suited to our intentions. We wanted to have chapter-like look. We wanted to have branches, so it was not an easy task demand from LMS providers. But I think we managed to achieve our goals, and the concept as it is now provides really many interesting opportunities.
Perfect. So with this system, how can people access that? Do they have to be members, and can they access that also on their mobile phones or using tablets?
At the moment, eSTEP is for ESO members, but it has a potential again to develop in many directions, depending on interests, on habits that will be developed with use of the eSTEP. And it has no limitations in terms of providing availability to additional target audience. Okay, so depending on the interest and targets of ESO in the future, we may choose to open parts or all of it to additional people, to additional visitors for some time or indefinitely.
Right, and Alastair, so we just touched a little bit on the targeted audience. So from the Education Committee point of view, what is the sort of current targeted audience of eSTEP?
So, I mean, it's there for all ESO members, and this belongs to ESO membership, really. And we hope to provide something for everyone, from kind of core material for clinical trainees to non-clinicians. There's material in there for our nursing, physio and occupational therapy colleagues as well, but right through to cutting-edge research for kind of pure academics, looking at advanced material and topics to discuss and controversies. And hopefully the material on the platform is arranged to make that clear, what material suits which individuals. But it's true, at its heart, the aim of ESO and of eSTEP is to improve core stroke training across Europe. So we definitely want to target clinical trainees to support their learning and improve stroke quality stroke care across Europe, really. But it's not just targeted at the learners as well, of course. It's also targeted at our affiliated societies, our meetings, and all those we support and endorse as ESO. So it provides a place for them to advertise and promote their own activities and retain and preserve their own fantastic contributions they make to education and stroke across Europe. But we're still in our early days, and so there's still huge scope to expand our offering. And so we're keen to receive any additional material. And if you have any ideas which help meet your group's needs, then just please let us know.
And how can people actually contribute to the contents of eSTEP? Maybe for Branko.
As Alastair said, really, you can think of eSTEP as of one open fair where everyone is invited to take part and to show their work. We would like to have societies, stroke schools, institutions, ambitious individuals who can offer high quality materials, which will be, of course, supervised by the editorial board to guarantee the quality of materials, even in different languages, so not just in English. All the materials are welcome because they represent the authors in the best way. And the authors then will get feedback on the visits of how much interest their materials achieved at our platform. So I think we will see in the future there will be a growing interest as the people learn how to use the benefits of the eSTEP.
Excellent. Then, Alastair, because we've already got lots of materials, both of you have mentioned, is there any new material in the pipeline that will be developed or added in the future?
Yes, very much so. I mean, eSTEP is very much a project in development at the moment, but in one way, it's always going to be a project in development. It should always be growing and developing. So we're definitely looking for new material now, but new partners and new ideas to expand the content we have, but also to expand the way in which it is offered. So we're planning to create dedicated learning modules which provide comprehensive training in very specific areas of stroke, ultimately with CME points attached once the platform is fully developed. But it's also got great potential for networking. There's fora for discussion, there's opportunity to deliver live training via the video conferencing platform within the system, and there's with the ability to share and edit material during a meeting online. However, if anyone has any further ideas about what they would like to see on the platform, please get in touch because we're open to new ideas and developments and always will be.
And Branko, because of these rich materials, people will be very excited to take part on eSTEP. Can their participation on eSTEP be tracked and recognized in some ways?
Yes. Tracking is already implemented into the system, but at the moment we are using it only to tailor the structure and to improve the system. It will be used to announce the best presentations, the best talks in the future ESOCs, because we would have the information about those which gained the most interest. But in the future, we plan to design a special teaching courses, teaching modules, which will for those who will attend those teaching modules, provide certificates for different skills related to stroke neurology. And also, we plan to apply certain parts of eSTEP for CME credits.
Excellent. Alastair, what do you think is your personal goal for eSTEP?
So I think my main personal goal for eSTEP is that it's used, it sounds like facetious to say it, but that our members use it and that they benefit from it. And so I'd love to see it expand to provide a truly comprehensive and structured learning resource where it's the place to go for young trainees or experts to support their local training, so they can start at the beginning and work their way through a comprehensive program of learning to gain competency in stroke and to be seen as such. And that's the ultimate.
And what about you, Branko?
I was very much interested in computerized education, even from my student days. So this is something that always occupied a part of my work as a teacher at the School of Medicine later. And I am now very curious to find out if all this issue about online education is just a product of pandemic situation that we had and loss of live meetings that we were forced to have, or it is something that will survive for a longer period of time. My guess, and I really deeply believe in it, is that those online learning systems are here to stay, and that this unfortunate situation was just a moment which speeded up the process of implementation of these systems. So I would be delighted to see that this platform becomes a daily routine for trainees and for young stroke neurologists or students of medicine in the future.
Perfect. Final question for both of you, actually. Of course, there are many things you would like about eSTEP because that's you're the person behind it. But if you have to pick one, what is your favorite bit about eSTEP, Alastair?
I think, it has to be the content. Actually, it sounds silly in one way, but rather than the structure or anything else, I think it's the excellent content is what makes the platform what it is. The variety and opportunities, and there'll be more content in the future. So there's a lot there, but there's more to come.
And Branko?
Yes, I agree with Alastair here. The content is the most valuable thing, but I personally would pick its open platform as something that's most interesting, because it really leaves the options for us in the future to develop in many different ways. And I'm curious to find out how the future of eSTEP will look like.
Right, so thank you very much for your time. Thank you again, Alastair and Branko, for sharing your thoughts and vision about eSTEP. And we very much look forward to the launching at the end of the month. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you, bye.